I was sitting here telling y'all today on the live, I haven't had a stomachache since I've been here. You talking about why you leave? You know why? Because I'm dying, okay? You happy now?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now, hold on. Hold on. Now, Mr. Wesley, now listen, I know we done had our differences and everything, but I ain't know you went to Colombia because you was dying. Yo, listen, man. After, even with all we done been through, and as much of a piece of shit that I think you are, I ain't wish no death on you. You know, death ain't something I wished on you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you get fucked up a little bit or something. But death, I ain't wish death on you. Now, I ain't know it was that serious that you had to go to Colombia because you were about to be unalived.
I haven't had a stomachache since I've been here. You talking about why you leave? You know why? Because I'm dying, okay? You happy now?
Now, I didn't know you were sick. You know, I thought it was because you got evicted and you was about to be a nomad out here with nowhere to go.
Now, I went live the other day and said, hey, y'all, my landlord cut my entire timeline short. He needs his place back a month later. I'm about to be a nomad out here. I don't know where I'm going to go. Somebody said, that's why you about to lose a mansion. Me deciding to move a year after my lease is up, it's none of your fucking business. I went live the other day and said, hey, y'all, my landlord cut my entire timeline short. He needs his place back a month later. I'm about to be a nomad out here. I don't know where I'm going to go.
Death ain't nothing I wished on you. Death ain't nothing I wished on you, all right? So I hope you get the health care you're looking for. Especially with you being an expat from America living in Colombia.
So what's an expat? An expat is someone that lives outside of their native country. For example, if I were to move to Mexico and I'm born in America, I'll be considered an expat. Indonesia has a lot of expats that have moved there.
Many people have left the United States to move to another country only to live in some high-rise in some little tiny box, 500 to 700 square feet, bragging on TikTok every single day from morning to night about how great their life is living abroad. They have better water and they have better food and they have better this and better that. Let's make it clear, no matter what these people show you on social media, these people have resorted to living in poverty because they didn't have it in them to become an entrepreneur and do better for themselves in the United States of America. That's the truth. I don't care that your rent is only $500 to $700 a month. I don't care that your water bill is $3 or your electric bill is $20. Your lifestyle looks exactly like it. Let's also make it clear, TikTok pushes these videos out far more than all the other videos that are of people that live in these other countries that said, I'm moving back home. You don't really see too many of these videos being pushed out as to why all these people left those other countries and said they can't deal with it anymore and they moved back to the United States. And let's also make it clear, there's a reason why so many people that live in all these other countries left those countries to move to the United States.
Really hope that works out for you. Good luck. Good luck on that. But where I am confused at though is, just a little bit, you said you're dying, but you used it like it was, you were metaphorically speaking.
And we're all dying, so you know, every day we all pitch our tent closer to that grave. Every day you're closer to death than you ever were before. We're all dying. So not what are you living for? Nah, what are you dying for? And I'm dying for my family. So whatever you think you're living for, you actually dying for it.
It's called reverse psychology. He wants his critics to be less critical of him, feel some type of way and be like, oh my God, he's dying. Okay, I'm not going to be hard on him and point out, his deficiencies or whatever. I'm not going to critique his work because he's dying. But then he tries to clean it up.
I'm trying to stay alive, just like all of y'all. Eat healthy over here. Can't see I can't keep no weight on me.
That is why Kevin said that. That is why Kevin threw that I'm dying in there. deflection tactic, baby. Deflection tactic, okay? So y'all know I did an analysis breakdown to try to find out exactly what that means. And what it said is he was trying to shift blame and silence his critics, okay? He used it's called a deflection tactic, because instead of addressing why his family was too far behind or why his granddaughter wandered off in the grocery store, he shifted the focus to how deeply he loved them and how tragic it would be, right? But he also wants to play on his audience emotions, okay? And he wants to make his critics feel cruel and unfair. That is why he says, I'm dying. Because basically he's saying, how can you accuse a man who is dying, okay, who is dying of anything? How can you be critical of a man that's dying? He wanted to silence his critics. He wanted them to feel guilty about going in on him, all right? And also it invites sympathy instead of accountability. I love this. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That is, he knows what he just did. He knows what he just put in the atmosphere. And he also knows that whatever you speak it, so shall it be. Okay. Now, of course, he tries to play wordplay. Everybody's dying. Of course we are. We live to die. Everybody is going to die one day, right? You live, and one day your life is going to end. So now he's trying to paint that picture like everybody's dying. We're always one day closer to our death. He's playing with that wordplay shit. But the way he said it, let's go back. The way he said it, you would think it was because he was given a not life sentence, but he was given, so much time to live. Let's listen again.
You know why? Because I'm dying, okay? You happy now?
You said you're dying, but you used it like you were metaphorically speaking.
I'm trying to stay alive. What are you living for? Now, what are you dying for? And I'm dying for my family. So whatever you think you're living for, you actually dying for it.
You were metaphorically speaking about taking care of your family and everything. Well, and that's cool. My thing is, what does your weight have to do with anything? If you're metaphorically speaking, what does your weight have to do with anything? What does your weight have to do with anything?
You guys saw me months ago. Look at the size I had put on. Look at how fast it left.
And your stomach. If you're metaphorically speaking. If you're metaphorically speaking, what does your weight have to do with anything? And what does your stomach have to do with anything? You said, I haven't had a stomach ache since I've been here. And you said you were over there because you were dying and you were needing health care. But if you're metaphorically speaking, what does health care got to do with anything? If you're metaphorically speaking, and what does your stomach have to do with anything? And what does your weight, you not being able to keep any weight, have to do with anything? Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I guess whatever. I just hope it gets better for you, okay? That's all. I just hope it gets better for you. Never wish dying on anybody. Yeah. But hey, brother, you take care of yourself, though. Take care of yourself. And make sure you're good, okay? Make sure you're good, all right? All right, brother, you be good. Peace.
This guy is in judgment. Either or somebody, they put him on blast, or somebody finna do it. Said smoking a blunt. Thank you, Kim G. It's something else he smoked. I think he popped them pills, do that ayahuasca, or that Molly, or that goddamn meth mixed together. And something else he taking besides just smoking some marijuana, where he go way out in his mind. And he does this with men's. He might get high with women, but he feel comfortable with his bros. You know, his brodies. You know, they can ride, and whatever I do in here, stay in here. Whatever I say, stay in here. You know, so what if we have a bitch in here and she fuck us and suck us off and we suck each other? You know, I fuck you in the ass, you might hit me off in the ass. I ain't gonna tell nobody, because that's how my bros is, you know. But these women, see, some of them I can do that with, because there's a lot of nasty women that'll do shit like that. Black women that will do shit like that too. They ain't spiritual like you think. And I won't do this and I won't do that, and the black woman ain't gonna do. You a goddamn lie. A lot of black women like to fuck they nigga with a tranny. I like to see them get turned out because they feel like that's a form of weakness and they can control them and then keep that shit over them, because they know every woman ain't gonna do that shit, but a lot of black women will. Nasty as fuck. And black women are passing that virus around, and they lay up with each other and take their PrEP medication and other medication without no condom, knowing they got that shit and knowing it mutates and breaks off. Speaking of that, I'm looking at his blood, and what concerns me about his blood is that there is a different tag on his blood. I'm not saying this man has any disease or any virus, but there's a tag. It's lighting up and it's green. There's a tag in his blood. And when I say tag, because Nipsey has been teaching me this the past couple of days, and I'm going to get into that later on when I bring to you about this new strain that's broke out and these people getting sick and wearing a mask again. It's someone, for some reason, a man's blood is in this man's body. It's in Kevin Wesley's body. There's a man's blood, which means his DNA is in your body. And there's also a dog's DNA that I'm seeing in his body. So that makes me wonder, either you were dealing with a woman that's dealing with another man that has some type of abnormality in the blood, or tagged for, let's say, sickle cell, cancer, something else that the blood is tagged for based on genetics or what they were exposed to. There is a light lighting up in it. You had sex with a woman that had sex with a man that transferred that to you through her, but it feels more like you were in direct contact with a man that has tags in his blood, and they're also satanic tags that you're walking around with. He has a spirit on him that's been placed on him by engaging in some type of inappropriate, I don't want to say inappropriate because it's not inappropriate for everybody to be gay and bisexual. I respect gay people and bisexual people that are honest with me and that are honest with all their sex partners. Look, I'm gay. Look, I'm bisexual. I'm a man and I like women, but sometimes I like to suck off men's or whatever. I can respect that. You're not being inappropriate. You're being very honest, and you're not tricking people that don't like that. So either they fuck with it or they don't. That's a good question. Blood donor? No. I don't, because that means he would have to have received blood from a donor. Okay? I don't see that he got it from, Kevin Wesley got it from receiving blood from a donor. He received some mushroom tip. That's what I'm getting. He received, and you know, in sperm, there's a small, minute, there are particles of blood. Or it could be ejaculated and the person don't know it. Now, again, this is allegedly in the spirit. I don't know why I'm getting this off this man. But this man is questionable in his behavior. So, no. That's not what the spirit said. That's not what his mother said. That he went to the doctor and needed a blood transfusion. I'm not seeing that's how he got another man's tag of DNA that is lighting up in his bloodstream. I do not see that he needed an emergency blood transfusion. No, it was a mushroom tip.
And they'll laugh about it. Kevin, you're going to wake up the video saying you admitted that you were sick and dying. That's why you left America. And they'll laugh about it. Yeah. I hope you die. Yeah. They'll assume what it is. It's probably AIDS. It's probably, something that's embarrassing. That's what they'll say.
Now, I'm just going to say this. Why did he say AIDS first? But anyway, we ain't going to go there. Let's continue.
You know why? Because I'm dying, okay? You happy now? Can't see I can't keep no weight on me. And that's not for no sympathy, because everybody die.
For some reason, a man's blood is in this man's body.